Inspired by a true story.
Look who we have here.
Hi Desmond, how is married life treating you?
What's that look for?
It's nothing.
Desmond, come on, we know that face.
It's just, I had a dream about you, June.
Okay, what happened?
You got married.
That's it?
Yes.
Come on, Desmond, you can't just drop a bomb like that and not give me the details.
I don't want you to take it too seriously. Sometimes dreams are just dreams. I don't want to go into details so you don't hold on to it like it's some kind of prophecy and thus turning down good men because you're waiting for something else.
Okay, I'll just live the rest of my life wondering about the details of your dream.
Yeah, honey, that's not fair. You don't tell someone you had a dream about them and then refuse to spill the beans. Come on, let's hear it.
Alright, in the dream, you were getting married. To a guy who had just left the army. He was really dark-skinned and, well, that's about all I remember.
Dark-skinned? The man I saw in my dream years ago, he was really dark-skinned too.
You still remember the guy from a dream you had about 7 years ago?
I do. I remember it so vividly, it's weird.
Well, maybe you should start hanging around army bases. Who knows? Maybe your retired soldier is just around the corner.
It feels like something out of a movie. But hey, stranger things have happened, right?
Man, that was one for the books. We came through like a well-oiled machine.
Well, maybe not a machine. More like a wrecking ball. But hey, it worked.
Wrecking ball or machine, we got the job done. That's what matters.
To David, strongest guy I know, you led us through that chaos like it was a walk in the park.
Hey, I can't help it, I'm good at what I do. Who is that babe over there?
There goes Casanova.
The Alpha is about to make his move.
You know me too well. One more victory to add to the night.
Go get her, Casanova.
Our guy is unstoppable.
Angel, I couldn't help but notice you from across the room. Seems like someone like you shouldn't be sitting here alone.
Is that right? And who exactly are you?
Just a guy who happens to know how to spot something special when he sees it. Name's David, and you?
Shane. So, what's your deal, David? You with the army?
That's right, just got back from a mission, actually. Thought I'd come here, celebrate, and, well, now that I've found you, I'm pretty sure this night's about to get a whole lot better.
Confident, aren't you?
Let's just say, I know how to make things happen. How about I get you something to drink?
Why not? I guess you earned a drink after whatever mission brought you here. You heard him, Mike. 3 glasses of the usual.
3? You sure about that? Those drinks pack a serious punch.
Trust me, David, I'm a regular here. It'll take more than 3 glasses to faze me. Ask the bartender, he'll vouch for me.
Alright, if you say so. So, Shane, tell me, what is a girl like you doing all alone in a place like this?
Maybe I'm waiting for someone worth my time.
Well, it's your lucky night, then. I don't waste time, and I can tell you don't either.
Well, what do we have here?
David, meet Caroline. Caroline, this is David, he's in the army.
The army? Wow, that's something. Must be intense, huh?
It has its moments, but tonight's all about unwinding.
You know, David, my friend here could use a drink too. What do you say?
Anything for Shane's friends. What's your choice?
I'll take whatever Shane is getting.
Hey, you heard her. So Shane, how about we take this somewhere a little more private? Just you and me. Caroline. My friends over there, they'd love to meet you. Great guys, real friendly.
Ah, I see what this is. Well, go on then, you two. Have fun.
Shall we?
Let's go. I think I've found the one for me. David, he's just, wow.
The army guy?
Yes, he's so different, you know. There's something about him, I don't know, it just feels right. I think he might be the one. What's with the face? Why don't you look excited? I mean, I'm telling you I found my soulmate here.
Look, Shane, I don't want to burst your bubble, but I need to tell you something about your soulmate and his friends.
Okay, what's going on?
After you and David left last night, one of his charming friends tried to hook up with me.
And, what's wrong with that?
What's wrong is that his breath smelled like a dumpster fire, and when I turned him down, he started talking trash about us.
Trash? Like what?
He called me stuck up and asked why I couldn't be like the other tart, which, I'm assuming, was you.
Wait, what did he call me?
A tart. I looked it up. Apparently, it's a fancy way of calling someone a promiscuous woman.
He said that? Are you kidding me?
Yep, and if that wasn't bad enough, the guys were all talking about David like he's this toxic alpha male they look up to. It's obvious he has a reputation for using girls, dumping them once he's done, and moving on to the next one.
Wait, so, you're saying David is a player?
That's what it looks like. I'm sorry to ruin your little fantasy, but David is not looking for anything serious.
That snake, he acted like he was different, like we had a connection, not knowing he's just another jerk with a game.
Yeah, they're not worth it.
He thought he could just charm me, use me, and move on. Not this time. I'll make sure he regrets ever crossing me.
What are you going to do?
David thinks he can get away with using girls like he's some kind of untouchable alpha male. He has no idea who he messed with.
Heavenly Father, I come to you tonight with a heart full of questions, but also full of trust. Desmond's dream about me marrying an ex-military man, that's not something I ever imagined for myself. But I know your ways are higher than mine, and your plans are perfect, even when I don't understand them. If this is your will for me, Lord, if this man is the one you've chosen, then I'm willing to obey. I trust that you know what's best for me, even when it doesn't make sense right now. I ask that you prepare my future husband, wherever he is, to be a man after your own heart. Let him be a man of integrity, a man who will love me like Christ loves the church. Help him to grow in wisdom, in strength, and in faith. Shape him into the husband you want him to be. Also, work on me too. Make me the kind of wife you've called me to be, loving, patient, and submissive in the way that honors you. Help me to trust your timing and your process. Teach me to wait on you and not rush into anything that isn't from you. In Jesus' name, amen.
Good day, gentlemen. Which of you is David Lawson?
That would be me. Any problem?
This is for you.
What's this?
It's a lawsuit. Full details in the letter. You have been served.
It must be a mistake. The mailman probably got the wrong David.
Only one way to find out. Open it.
Let's see. Wait. No way.
What is it, man? What's wrong?
It's Shane, that girl from the bar a couple weeks ago. She's accusing me of sexual assault.
Are you serious?
Yeah, she's saying I forced her. But that's not true. It was consensual.
Look, don't freak out yet. People file bogus lawsuits all the time. The truth will come out, and you'll be exonerated.
I can't believe this is happening.
You'll get through this. Just hang in there. Focus on keeping your head straight.
David, take a seat.
Yes, sir.
I believe you know why you are here. The army is taking the sexual assault accusations against you very seriously.
Sir, it's not true. The whole thing is a misunderstanding.
Regardless, these are serious charges. The military has a zero-tolerance policy when it comes to accusations of this nature. Pending the outcome of the trial, you're being dismissed from service with no pay.
Sir, you can't do this. I haven't even had my day in court yet.
Well, these are the regulations. The army's reputation is on the line, and we can't afford to wait.
But I'm innocent. How can you strip me of everything before the truth is even out?
David, this isn't personal. It's protocol. You will have the chance to clear your name, but until then, you're dismissed.
Sir, this is my life. Everything I've worked for.
I'm sorry, David, but the decision is final.
Thanks again for coming with me. Desmond's out on that trip, and I didn't want to wait until he got back.
Come on, Lillian, that's what friends are for. Besides, maternity shopping sounds like fun.
Here are some of our best-selling maternity dresses. Very comfortable, lots of stretch.
Perfect. Comfort is my new best friend.
I'd say you'll look stunning even with a bump. I hope so. My old clothes aren't cutting it anymore. Oh wow, look at this one. It's gorgeous. It will look really good on me. And where would you wear a white dress like that to? You'll look like a bride. Maybe I should buy it, you know, for when I marry my dream guy. Could wear it to the reception. Wait, are you actually taking Desmond's dream about the soldier guy seriously? Hey, I'm allowed to talk about weddings too. I'm going to get married someday. Soldier guy or not, definitely. That's a strong step of faith you got there.
Hey, guys, I knew I'd find you all here.
Hey man.
I've been trying to reach you guys. None of you are picking up my calls. What's going on? I've been by myself since I got dismissed. No one to talk to. I just need some company. We're still friends, right?
Look, man, I gotta go. I got an early shift tomorrow. Sorry. Yeah, same. Got some stuff to handle at home.
Seriously? You're all leaving?
I'll stay for a minute.
What happened to Brothers for Life, Speedy? They're bailing on me.
David, it's not that simple. No one wants to get caught up in this. The accusation, the trial. It's bad for all of us.
But you know it's not true. It's a lie.
I believe you, David, but the army doesn't mess around with this kind of thing. People are scared. If they're seen with you, they could get dragged into this. It could affect their careers, their reputations. Nobody wants to risk that. One wrong move, even by association, and it's over for us too.
So I'm toxic now? After everything?
I'm sorry.
That'll be $45.67, please.
Sure, here you go.
It's declined. Do you have another card?
Yeah, I do.
I'm sorry, this one's declined too.
Come on, man, can you hurry it up?
Some of us have places to be.
I need a job, badly. Let's just remove a few things. Take off the meat and the juice, then try it again.
Alright, let me take those off. Your new total is $23.89. Let's try your card now.
Mr. David, looking at your resume here, I have to say, I'm impressed. Several years in the military, special operations, leadership commendations, 2 tours overseas, and a record for exemplary conduct under pressure.
Thank you, sir. I take pride in my service.
It's clear you have the experience and skills for this security role. But
what, sir?
I ran a background check and something came up. You have an ongoing legal matter, an accusation of sexual assault.
It's not what it seems. It's a false accusation, sir. The case is still in court, and I'm innocent.
Mr. David, I believe in innocence until proven guilty. But in this company, we're in the business of trust and safety. Having an employee with unresolved legal issues, especially one involving something as serious as sexual assault, could be damaging for us.
I understand your concern, but you can't let a false accusation ruin my life. I've spent years building a solid career, proving myself. All I'm asking for is a chance.
I don't doubt your abilities. Your military record speaks for itself, and I can see the kind of man you are. But right now, my hands are tied. We can't risk putting you in a position of authority or trust with this case hanging over your head.
So, that's it? I lose the job because of something I didn't do?
I wish I could say otherwise, but yes. Until this legal matter is resolved, we can't offer you the position.
Young man, what did you say your qualifications are again?
I've spent a lot of time training myself and others in the military. I'm passionate about fitness, and I know I can help people reach their goals.
No doubt about it. But, what about the legal issue you're involved in?
I know, but it's not what it looks like. I'm innocent, and the truth will come out. It's just a matter of time before the court clears my name.
I hear you, son, but as a business, we can't ignore the impact of public perception. We're a family-oriented gym, and having someone on staff with an open sexual assault case, even if it's unresolved, could create major issues.
Look, I understand the concern, but I'm telling you, this case is baseless. I've already lost my military career over this, and I just need a chance to rebuild. I'm not asking for sympathy, I'm asking for an opportunity to prove myself.
We have to consider the potential liability. If this were to blow up in the media or with our clients, it could harm the gym's reputation. I'm sure you understand the position we're in.
So, you won't hire me then, because of the accusation even though I qualify for it?
I'm afraid so. I'm sorry, son. We have to pass.
David?
Kenneth.
I thought you already left base.
I did, but I needed an alone time, and my favorite spot is here.
How are you coping?
I don't know what to do anymore, Kenneth. My life's falling apart. The lawsuit, it's dragging me down. If they declare me guilty, I'll be spending years behind bars for something I didn't even do. Upon all that, I can get a job no matter where I go.
I can't imagine what you're going through.
I don't even have money to hire a decent lawyer. I've got this court-appointed public defender, and honestly, they don't care. They just want to get the case over with. I'm scared, man.
I'm not trying to make you feel worse, but this whole situation, it could have been avoided. This reckless lifestyle, jumping from woman to woman, it's not worth it.
Believe me, I know that now. If God gets me out of this mess, I promise, I'll surrender my life to Him. All that promiscuous living, it's empty. I used to brag about having the highest body count. My friends even gave me nicknames for it, Casanova and Alpha. But where are they now? The moment I got into trouble, they scattered.
It's not surprising. People show their true colors when things get tough. But you're realizing something important. Living that way leads to nothing but pain and isolation.
I see that now. It's not worth it. The reputation, the attention, it's all meaningless. If God helps me through this, I'm done with all of it.
Remember, I'm the chapel priest, David. I'm a witness to what you just said. If God delivers you, your life belongs to him. No going back.
I promise, Kenneth, I'll follow through.
Let's pray together, then. Ask for strength, for mercy, and for a new start.
Please, I need it.
Hello?
Miss June Pickett, your mom's been rushed to the hospital. She wasn't feeling well, and it got serious.
What happened? Is she okay?
They're running tests. I don't know much yet, but you need to come to the hospital right away.
Oh my goodness. Okay, I'll be there as soon as I can. I just need to take permission from my boss. I'm leaving right now.
Ms. June, your mother's condition is stable now, but this emergency could have been prevented.
Prevented? How?
She hasn't been taking her medication as prescribed. If she had, this wouldn't have happened.
Mom, is that true? Why haven't you been taking your meds?
I'm getting old, June. I forget sometimes. It's not easy keeping track of all those pills.
There are ways to help with that. We can set up a reminder system or even try a pill organizer. That way, it's easier to keep track.
I don't need an organizer. What I need is to be with my daughter. If I live with June, she'll make sure I take everything on time.
Mom, the doctor is suggesting some simple solutions. You don't have to move in just because.
No, I've thought about this, June. I need to be with you. I don't want to be alone anymore.
Ms. June, it's important your mother follows her regimen closely. If living with you ensures that, it's a solution we can work with.
All right, you can move in with me.
You know, June, I'm not getting any younger. I think about it every day. What if I leave this world without ever seeing my grandchildren?
Mom, please, can we not talk about this right now? You just got out of the hospital.
But it's true. I'm getting old. My time's running out, and what do I have? No grandkids to spoil, no little ones running around calling me Grandma. I'd like to have that joy before I'm—
Mom, you're not going anywhere. You just need to focus on getting better. The grandkids will come when the time is right.
When the time is right? At this rate, I might never get to hold my grandchild. I'm scared I will die with that empty feeling in my heart.
Mom, please, you're going to stress yourself out again. Can we just not talk about this right now?
Oh, so I'm supposed to stay quiet while my life stream slips away. You're not even in a relationship. There is no hope for me.
Mom, please, you don't know how hard it is for me to hear that.
I just want to know I'll be here to see my grandkids, to see you happy and married. That's all I ask for. Is that too much?
Girlfriend, where is your mom? I hope she's doing fine?
She's sleeping inside. You didn't have to come all the way here, especially in your condition. You're carrying a whole human being in there.
Oh, please. I'm pregnant, not fragile. It's a must I check on you and your mom.
I appreciate it, but honestly, I'm at my wit's end. Every single waking moment, she's on me about getting married and having grandkids. I get it, she's worried. But it's just too much. I'm sick of hearing it.
Hey, stop worrying. God is preparing your future husband. It's only a matter of time.
I don't know, Lillian. I'm starting to lose faith in all of it. It's been so long, and nothing's happening. I don't even know how much longer I can keep trusting. I keep praying, I keep believing, but every day that passes, I feel like I'm drifting further from what I've been hoping for.
June, don't stop believing. God's timing is always perfect, even when it feels like it's taking forever. Think of all the times He's come through for you before. Remember that time when you couldn't pay rent, and out of nowhere, you got that unexpected check in the mail.
Yeah, and when I prayed for healing for my cousin after that accident, and she recovered faster than the doctors predicted. And, oh, the time I was jobless for months, and then the perfect opportunity just fell into my lap after I fasted and prayed.
Exactly. The same God who was there for you through those difficult moments is still on the throne. He hasn't forgotten about you. What He has promised, He will bring to pass.
I know, but it's just so hard with my mom making a mockery of my faith every chance she gets.
Well, maybe you need to have a heart-to-heart conversation with your mom. Let her know how her constant pestering is affecting you. If she realizes how much this is hurting your relationship, she might ease up.
Yeah, you're right. I need to talk to her. I hope she listens.
She will.
June, I've been thinking.
What now, Mom?
I think I've been too focused on growing old and dying without seeing my grandkids, that I failed to realize you're not getting any younger either. You know a woman's fertility starts to drop in her 30s, right? If you're ever going to have a child of your own, you need to get married like yesterday.
So what do you want me to do? I can't just walk into a store and pick a good man off the shelf. You talk like finding the right guy is that easy.
Maybe you're not trying hard enough.
Or maybe I should stand by the highway with a sign, begging for a man to take me home. Is that what you want?
Now you're just being ridiculous, June.
Ridiculous? You're the one acting like I'm purposely avoiding marriage. Do you think I don't want this too?
I'm just saying, you need to take control of the situation. Have you considered freezing your eggs? That way, when you do find a husband, you'll still have a chance to have children.
Mom, enough with the doom and gloom. I am trusting God. He's promised me a husband, and I will have kids, no matter when I marry. Children are an inheritance of the Lord, and the fruit of the womb is his reward. I'm not going to let fear control my life.
Well, trusting God is fine, but
nothing. All the time and energy you're using to destroy my faith and self-esteem, you could be using that same time to pray for me. Pray that I meet a good man. If you spent half as much time praying as you do nagging, things might be different.
Are you calling me a bad mother?
I don't know, but what I'm sure of is this: if you can't stop with the nagging, then maybe it's best you go back home. You seem to have no problem remembering to bring this up every single day, so your memory must be working just fine. I love you, Mom, but this has to stop. I'm doing the best I can, and I need your support, not your criticism.
Your Honor, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, this case is clear-cut. We are dealing with a man who has a history, a reputation, of womanizing, using and discarding women like objects. Mr. David's so-called friends have nicknamed him Alpha and Casanova for a reason. His toxic behavior towards women is not just a rumor, it's a pattern. This case isn't just about one night, it's about a man who has consistently demonstrated a lack of respect for women. On that night, David saw my client, Shane, as his next conquest. He bought her multiple drinks, 3 strong glasses of alcohol, with the clear intention of incapacitating her, rendering her vulnerable. And what happened next? He took advantage of her intoxicated state. We have the video footage that shows them leaving the bar and heading to the hotel, where he followed through on his plan to violate her when she could barely stand. Look at her, barely able to walk straight. This was no coincidence. David got her drunk intentionally, ensuring that she would be in no position to consent, let alone resist. This behavior is dangerous, not just to Shane, but to all women. If we allow him to walk free, we're sending a message that men like David can prey on vulnerable women with no consequences. I urge you, for the safety of all women, to hold him accountable. Don't let this man walk out of this courtroom unpunished.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, what my esteemed colleague has presented is a skewed version of events, built on assumptions and incomplete evidence. The video shows them leaving together, yes, but the key detail my colleague conveniently left out is who was leading whom. As you can see, Shane is the one guiding David out of the bar. Does this look like someone who's being coerced or assaulted? No, it shows a mutual decision. Shane was in control of her actions that night. And what about this claim that 3 glasses of alcohol intoxicated her to the point of being incapacitated? Let's talk about Shane's history. We have CCTV footage from multiple nights where Shane consumed 5 glasses of alcohol without showing any signs of intoxication. In fact, she's a regular at that bar, known for handling much more than just 3 drinks. Are we really supposed to believe that 3 drinks were enough to knock her out, when she has a history of drinking far more without issue? This isn't about alcohol. This is about a consensual encounter that's being twisted into something it's not. In fact, if we examine the situation carefully, there's reason to believe that David might have been the one taken advantage of. Ms. Shane was the one leading him. Let's not forget that David's reputation, while flawed, does not make him guilty of a crime. Having a past does not mean he committed this crime.
Thank you. The jury will now deliberate on the evidence presented.
June, I've been thinking a lot since our last conversation. About everything I've said to you over the years. On the phone, and even now that I'm living with you.
Mom.
No, let me finish. I realize now that I've made your life miserable with all my nagging and pressure. That wasn't fair to you.
Mom.
You were right. This situation, it's not in your control. And no matter how much I want grandkids, or how much I want to see you settled, we can't force it. The only thing we can do is pray and surrender it to God, the one who sits in the heavens and makes the earth his footstool. I'm sorry, June, for everything. Can you forgive me?
Of course, Mom, I forgive you. We'll trust God together.
Has the jury reached a verdict?
Yes, Your Honor. We find the defendant, Mr. David Lawson, not guilty on all charges.
Thank you, God. Thank you so much.
Congratulations, David. Justice was served today. Now that this is over, you have every right to file a countersuit against Shane for damages. Her false accusations nearly destroyed your life. We could pursue compensation for defamation, emotional distress, lost wages.
Actually, I'm not interested in that.
But David, she put you through hell. You deserve compensation for what she did.
I'm not going to waste any more of my life on this. I've already spent 3 years of my life in court trying to prove my innocence. Right now, I just want peace.
What about your career in the army? Now that you're cleared, you could return.
I'm done with the army. I don't want to go back. I just want to live a simple life now, dedicated to God. And to start my own business as a gym trainer.
I see. Well, if that's what you want, I respect your decision.
Mom, good morning.
Morning, dear. I couldn't sleep a wink last night.
What happened?
I couldn't find my sleeping mask. I looked everywhere, by the nightstand, under the bed, even in the laundry basket. I have no idea where it went.
Did you check the bathroom? You sometimes leave things there.
Of course I checked there. It's like it disappeared into thin air.
Well, why don't you just order a new one online? It'll be here in a day or two.
You know I don't trust that. I want to see it, feel it with my own hands before I pay for it. This lazy generation just replaces everything with their phones. No one even goes to the store anymore.
It's not that serious, Mom. Online shopping is convenient, you know.
It's just another way to keep people glued to their phones. I'll go to the store myself.
Okay, fine. The nearest store that sells sleeping masks is on Pine Street. You can head there later.
Pine Street? Where's that again? I always get turned around.
I'll go with you after work, alright? We'll get you a new sleeping mask so you can sleep like a baby tonight.
Thank you, dear. Look at all these options. Silk, cotton, memory foam. They've really come up with all sorts of fancy sleeping masks, haven't they?
Honestly, Mom, I didn't even know there were different types. I've never used one.
You don't use a sleeping mask. Then you don't know what you're missing. A good mask blocks out all the light, helps you sleep better, and even reduces puffiness around your eye.
Puffiness? Really?
Yes. And it can even improve your sleep quality. You need all the help you can get with how much you stay up working late. I don't know how you do it without one.
Well, I've survived without it so far.
You should try it. It's one of the best things you could do for yourself. Besides, it's a small price to pay for a good night's sleep. What are you gawking at? You look like you've seen a ghost.
This button down here is a great choice, sir. It's lightweight, perfect for casual or even semi-formal wear.
Oh, nothing, Mom. I thought I recognized someone from my... Never mind.
Now I want to know.
Why don't you wait here? I'm just going to check something real quick.
What could possibly be more important than picking the perfect sleeping mask?
I'll be right back, Mom. Just stay here.
It's versatile, and the color will go with pretty much anything.
Excuse me, sorry to butt in, but I wouldn't go with that one if I were you.
Oh, and why's that?
That fabric? It'll probably start fraying after a couple of washes. Trust me, I've seen it happen with shirts like that. If you want something that'll last, go for something with thicker stitching, or even something slightly heavier. It'll hold up better.
Well, we do have other options if you're looking for durability.
I appreciate the advice. Honestly, I'm not that good with ordinary clothing. I spent half my life in uniform.
You're in the army?
I used to be, but I retired a little while ago. Still getting used to this civilian thing, you know?
Wow, retired, huh? Is your wife a civilian?
Nope, I'm single as a dollar bill.
Wow, no, I mean, yes. I mean, that's none of my business.
Are you okay? Did I say something wrong?
No, I'm fine. Just didn't expect to meet someone who's, well, I don't know. It's nothing.
Alright then.
You know, if you ever need more tips on picking quality clothes, I'd be happy to help. In fact, maybe we could exchange numbers. You know, for fashion advice, or something.
Sure, why not? My name's David, by the way.
Nice to meet you, David. I'm June.
Likewise, June, thanks for the shirt advice. I'll keep that in mind next time I shop.
No problem. Take care.
I will. See you around.
June, where have you been? I've been looking for you everywhere.
Oh, I just had to, check something really quickly. Sorry, Mom.
Well, you seem very happy about whatever it was.
Do I? I'm just in a good mood, that's all. Lillian, I think. I might have met the one.
When? Where? How? Spill the details.
Okay. So, remember when I went to the store with my mom to get her a sleeping mask? Well, I saw this guy. Tall, handsome, dark-skinned, just like in the dream. I couldn't believe it. I followed him, and we started talking.
Hold up. You just followed a random man? June, that's bold.
I know. It was so out of character, but something just pulled me to him. Anyway, we talked about clothes. He was looking at a shirt, and I gave him some advice.
Wow, smooth.
He mentioned that he spent most of his life in uniform, and that's when I found out. He's a retired soldier.
Wait, a soldier? Just like Desmond's dream? No way.
Exactly. And he's single.
Girl, this is wild. What's his name? Tell me everything about him.
Well, his name's David, and that's about all I know.
Wait, so, you don't know anything else about him? No background? No details?
I mean, we only talked for a few minutes. I didn't want to pry, you know?
June, come on. You need to get to know this guy. Call him.
I'll call him, later.
Later? Nope, you're calling him right now.
Lillian, no, I can't just.
Yes, you can. You're not getting out of this. Call him right now and ask him to meet up.
This is crazy.
Nope, this is fate, June. Call him.
Alright, fine.
Hello?
Hey, David, it's June, from the store.
June, hey, how are you?
I'm good, thanks. I was wondering if you'd like to grab coffee sometime? You know, to talk more, and maybe get to know each other?
Yeah, I'd love that. How about tomorrow morning?
Tomorrow morning works.
Great, I'll text you the details.
Okay, looking forward to it.
He said yes? Oh my gosh, June, this is happening.
I can't believe I just did that.
You're going to thank me later, trust me. This is just the beginning.
It's been strange, adjusting to civilian life after so many years in the military. I thought I'd be ready for it, but it's not as easy as I expected.
I can imagine. It's such a huge shift in every way, structure, purpose, everything.
Exactly. I thought opening my gym would give me that sense of direction I was missing, but it's been harder than I thought. I started the gym downtown, but business has been slow. I'm barely covering the bills right now.
That sounds tough. Starting a business is no joke, especially in the beginning.
Yeah, and transitioning out of the military wasn't just about the routine. I had to face who I was, especially when it came to my past with women.
What do you mean?
I wasn't a good guy, June. I treated relationships like they didn't matter, using women to fill whatever emptiness I was feeling. I thought that's what made me strong, being the guy who could get anyone. But it almost ruined my life. There was this one woman. She accused me of something that wasn't true, but it was my lifestyle that put me in that position. I lost everything, the army, my reputation. I went through hell. It was only by God's grace that I came out of it. That's when I knew I had to change. I made a promise to God to live a life of purity. No more casual dating, no more games. So, if you're expecting anything from this friendship, I just want to be honest, I'm not in that place anymore.
I respect that, David. I'm not here with expectations. I appreciate your honesty, and I admire that you've chosen a new path.
Thanks. It hasn't been easy, but it's the right thing for me. Now, I'm just focused on growing my gym and keeping my word to God.
It sounds like you're doing everything you can, but if you don't mind, I might have some ideas that could help with your gym. You mentioned it's been slow. Maybe some marketing could help?
I'd love to hear any ideas. I've been trying to get the word out, but I'm new to all this.
Well, I could help you with some creative outreach. Maybe we could set up a social media page for the gym, run some promotions, offer free classes to get people interested. And I know some people at my church who might be looking for a gym or could at least help spread the word.
You'd really do that? That would be amazing. I've been struggling to get any traction, so any help would make a big difference.
Of course, I'm happy to help.
I can't thank you enough.
So, how did the date go? I've been on pins and needles waiting to hear everything.
It was different from what I expected. David's been through a lot. He opened up about his past, especially his history with women.
Oh, what did he say?
He admitted to being a complete womanizer. Like, the kind of guy I would have run from in a heartbeat. He was this toxic alpha male, jumping from one woman to another, never caring about them.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's no wonder God didn't bring him into my life sooner. I wouldn't have wanted anything to do with him back then.
Yeah, also, if you had met him in his womanizing days, and he eventually repents and changes his ways in the future, you might still avoid him because you will always see him through the lens of his past. I believe that's why God kept him away from you completely.
I guess so. What's interesting is that, without even knowing it, I was praying for him. Several times I found myself praying for my future husband, asking God to protect and guide him through certain situations. It wasn't until I heard David's story that I realized those moments lined up with the time he was going through some of his darkest moments.
Wait, are you saying God was using you to intercede for him before you even knew him?
Exactly.
That's amazing, June. I wonder what would have become of you if you had disregarded the inward witness you had to pray for him, and he had ended up in prison.
Well, I believe God would have sent another man my way. The Bible says, "But God is faithful, he will not let us be tempted and tried beyond our ability and strength to endure, and with the temptation he will also provide a way out." The only downside is that my single season might have been prolonged a little if I had refused to intercede for him when I had the impression to do so.
This is why the gift of discernment is paramount in the life of every believer.
Yeah, and guess what? He's on a celibacy journey.
Really?
Yeah, it's kind of refreshing. I always knew there had to be men out there who believe like I do.
Wow, that's incredible. So, what's the way forward for you two? Did he ask you out yet?
Well, not exactly. He told me he just wants to be friends right now.
Ouch. That must have stung.
A little, yeah, but one thing is for sure, what's meant for me would not pass me by.
Yeah, how about you offer to help with his gym?
Trust your girl, we've got a little project going. I'm helping him with some marketing ideas and getting him connected to people at my church who might become clients.
Sneaky girl, I knew you were up to something.
Hey, I'm just taking cues from Ruth and Boaz in the Bible. Yes, Christian ladies don't chase, however, inviting him to do the chasing is 100% valid. I'll only stop if he doesn't reciprocate. Lillian, what's wrong?
Oh no, I think my water just broke.
Wait, what? Are you serious?
Yeah, yep, pretty sure. It's happening. I'm going into labor.
Okay, don't panic. We need to get you to the hospital right now.
You were amazing, sweetheart. I can't believe how strong you were. I still can't wrap my head around the fact that I almost missed the delivery of our first baby. I really have to cut down on my business trips.
Well, your son made sure that didn't happen. He took his sweet time, 3 whole days. I thought I'd never get him out of there.
Honestly, 3 days of labor is insane, Lillian. You're officially a superhero.
Definitely, but I've heard that's common with first births. It's tough, but the next ones will be easier.
Next ones? After what I just went through? No way. I'm not going through that again anytime soon.
Oh, you'll forget all about it soon enough. That's what they say, right?
We'll see about that.
I still can't believe June dragged David to the hospital with her. Quite the dynamic duo.
Hey, I didn't drag him, he asked to come, okay?
Oh really? I seem to remember you saying something like, "You should come, it'll be fun."
I never said that. I just said you might want to come because, you know, friends support each other.
You practically pulled me along.
Oh please, you were already in the car before I even said anything.
Maybe, but you can't deny there was a little persuasion going on.
Admit it, you wanted to come.
Wow, you two are really something. It's pretty obvious you're into each other. You know that, right?
Into each other? Us? Nah, just good friends.
Yeah, totally. Just friends who bicker about who dragged who to a hospital. Hey everyone, thanks for waiting behind. I wanted to let you all know that we're offering something special for new members at the gym. If you're interested in getting in shape or just want a place to hang out and stay active, we're giving all new members a free first session. No strings attached.
A free session? Really?
Yep, completely free. It's a way for you to try out the gym, see what we're about, and decide if it's something you want to commit to. We've got group fitness classes, strength training, and even personal coaching. And if you bring a friend who joins, we'll throw in a discount for your next month.
It's a great way to stay healthy and build a community. We'd love to see you guys there.
That sounds awesome. Where's the gym located again?
We're downtown, right off Main Street. It's super easy to get to. I'll make sure you have all the details. Plus, we're open pretty early and stay late, so it works around school or work schedules.
And trust me, David's an incredible trainer. You won't regret giving it a shot.
Thanks, June, but yeah, we'd love to have you. You can start whenever works for you. Just swing by and mention the free session.
Well, June, I see you're getting quite cozy doing business with this gentleman here. I suppose that's what they're calling it these days, business.
Mrs. Benson, we're just working on recruiting members for David's gym. There's nothing more to it.
Oh really? Well, you know how people talk. They're saying you two are awfully close. Too close, if you ask me. And, well, everyone knows what that usually means.
Mrs. Benson, I think you've got this all wrong. June's character is beyond reproach, and if anyone here is making assumptions, it's based on nothing but rumors and lies. We're working together to build something positive for this community. And I won't stand by while someone tries to tear June down with baseless accusations. She's one of the most honest, hardworking, and upstanding women I've ever met, and I'm proud to be working alongside her. There's no need for gossip or speculation.
Well, I suppose. If that's how you feel. I didn't mean to offend either of you, of course.
Then let's leave it at that.
Hey, I just wanted to say thank you for standing up for me earlier. You didn't have to do that, but you did. It means a lot.
Of course I did. You know I'm not going to let anyone talk down on you like that.
I really appreciate it. It's not easy dealing with people like Mrs. Benson.
Well, you don't have to face them alone anymore. And by the way, I have to leave town for a few days.
Leave? Where are you going?
There's this gym expansion opportunity I've been working on. I've got to meet with some potential partners out of town. It's a good opportunity, but I need to be there in person to finalize everything.
That sounds exciting. I mean, this could be huge for you, right?
Yeah, if everything works out, it could be the next big step for the gym. But it's a bit nerve-wracking. A lot is riding on this.
I'm sure it'll go great. They'd be lucky to partner with you.
Thanks, June. I'm hoping for the best.
When do you leave?
Tomorrow morning, early. I'll be back in a few days though. In the meantime, think you can handle things here?
Are you kidding? I've got this. I'll make sure we keep up the momentum with recruitment while you're gone. You'll come back to a flood of new members.
I'm counting on it.
Look who's here. Auntie June. He's been waiting for you.
Ah, look at him. He's getting bigger every day, Lillian. How are you holding up with this little guy?
Barely, but I wouldn't trade it for the world. So, I heard through the grapevine that Lady Chatterbox, aka the church's finest gossip, tried to stir up trouble with you and David.
Don't mind that gossiper. She was insinuating that David and I are sleeping together, but David wasn't having any of it. He practically tore into her on my behalf.
Really? He defended you in front of everyone? That sounds like a man who cares deeply about you, June.
It's David. Give me a second. Hey, David, did you make it?
Yeah, I just arrived at the hotel. I wanted to let you know I'm here safely. Got a big meeting tomorrow.
I'm glad you made it safely. Wishing you all the favor tomorrow. You'll do great.
Thanks, June. I'll let you know how it goes.
I'll be waiting. Good luck.
Thanks. Talk to you soon.
He called you just to tell you he arrived safely? June, come on. The guy likes you, no doubt about it.
Well, what can I say? God loves me, and is making everything fall into place for me. By the way, my godson looks so peaceful.
Alright, I'll let you off the hook, for now. But we're definitely coming back to this. Don't think you're getting away that easily.
Look, David, I don't know you from anywhere. And I get approached by a lot of people, but for some reason, something about you feels right. I know you're new to this, but I'm willing to give you a shot.
I can't tell you how much this means to me. I won't disappoint you.
That court case you fought and won is really going to make waves when you join the show. People are going to be talking about it for a while. It's definitely going to add some buzz around your debut.
Wow, I can't believe this. Thank you so much. I can't wait to tell June about this.
June? Who's June?
Oh, June's a friend. We've been working together on growing my gym. She's been a huge help.
A friend, huh?
Yeah, well, I mean, she's more than that. She's helped me so much, and I don't think I've really thought about it before, but I think I like her. More than just as a friend.
Sounds like it took you long enough to figure that out. Look, man, if she's as important to you as you're making her sound, you've got to tell her how you feel. Don't bottle it up.
You think? I mean, what if it messes up the friendship? I don't want to ruin what we have.
Let me tell you something. Life's too short for what ifs. If you really care about her, she deserves to know. And you deserve to be honest with yourself. What's the worst that could happen?
Yeah, you're right.
Good. Now go close the deal with June just like you're about to do with this show.
You know, you're a celebrity now. Seeing you on TV doing those lapses, I really couldn't contain my joy.
I've been thinking a lot about how much has changed since I moved here.
What do you mean?
When I first came to this city, I felt lost. I wanted to start fresh, but it was hard. And then I met you.
I didn't do anything special.
That's where you're wrong. You were my first real friend here. From day one, you've stood by me, helping me build something new, this gym, this life. You've restored my faith in people, in the goodness that still exists. You are my helpmeet, June. You've helped me find my purpose again. My life. It's been filled with so much favor since I met you. You know the Bible says, he who finds a wife finds a good thing and obtains favor from the Lord. June, you are that kind of woman. You're the wife the Bible talks about. And tonight, I want you to know, I want to court you. Not just as a friend, but as someone who wants to build a life with you.
David, I don't know what to say.
Say anything.
You've been such an incredible part of my life too. I've seen your heart, your strength, and your faith, and I've always admired that about you. I've been praying for the right man, and I think you're him.
So, is that a yes?
Yes, David, I'd love that. Here are a few possible reasons for delay in the fulfillment of marital prophecy. 1. Timing and divine preparation. Sometimes, God gives you a promise or revelation, but the fulfillment is for an appointed time. Both you and the other person might need to go through a season of growth, healing, or preparation before you're both ready for the relationship God intends for you. 2. God's will versus human free will. Even though the dream might be from God, people still have free will. The person you're supposed to end up with may not be in alignment with God's plan yet. They might need to go through their own journey before coming into the relationship. 3. Spiritual warfare. Delays in the fulfillment of the marital prophecy can sometimes occur due to spiritual opposition or battles. If the relationship is meant to glorify God, it might face attacks from spiritual forces trying to hinder it. This would require you to raise an altar of prayer and spiritual warfare. 4. Tests of faith and patience. God might be testing your faith, perseverance, and trust in Him. Delays can be a way of refining your character and preparing your heart to receive the marital prophecy in the right way. It is important we search our hearts and ensure we are not making an idol out of marriage. 5. Misinterpretation of the dream. It's also possible that you could have misinterpreted the dream. The dream might not be as straightforward as it seems, or it might have symbolic meaning that you haven't fully understood yet in relation to the marital prophecy. 6. God's plan for singleness. Sometimes, God might have a different plan in mind. Even though the dream might seem clear, your understanding of it could be limited. God could be calling you to singleness for a season, but this would require seeking further confirmation and guidance from Him concerning the marital prophecy. 7. Other life assignments. You might have other important purposes or assignments to complete before entering into a relationship. The delay might be because God is giving you time to focus on those areas of your life first before fulfilling the marital prophecy. 8. The other person's situation. The person you are supposed to end up with may be dealing with their own challenges, whether spiritual, emotional, or physical, which could be causing the delay in the fulfillment of the marital prophecy. Each of these reasons suggests that continued prayer, seeking guidance from God, and being patient in His timing are essential in understanding delays in the fulfillment of marital prophecy.